up to revising the wedding list for the printer.
Oh, good. We haven't revised the wedding list since yesterday.
When you plan a big wedding, there are a few details to attend to.
You think you might be far enough along so that you and I can take Tony out to dinner tonight?
No, there's no chance.
I see. Well, I'm sure that Tony is going to be very disappointed.
I don't see why we have to fawn over him just because he's rich.
That's how you get expensive presents.
I'm sorry. I guess I am a little on edge.
Well, I can certainly see that the engagement period belongs to the girl.
What do you mean it belongs to the girl?
Well, you obviously have no time for your fiancé. But, I understand.
Some understanding.
Mm-hmm. Tony's here now.
When you have a big wedding, there are many details, and they do take time.
Naturally, that's time that would normally be spent with me, but I understand.
Well, I have to do the shopping and the inviting and the planning and go to the showers and the hair appointments and the dress fittings and the meetings.
I said I understand.
That sort of understanding causes wars.
Smile.
Glenn. Hello. I'm Katie. Gosh, it's good to see you. Same room, Katie?
Yeah.
Same room, fellas.
Is that all, Tony?
Two of the boys are on vacation. How's the happy couple?
Happy?
I must say, you're looking chipper, Tony.
Well, I ought to. I've discovered the secret of tension-free living.
Tension-free living.
What's that?
Psychoanalysis.
I hate to disappoint you, Tony, but I'm afraid it's already been discovered.
Now, don't scoff.
Yeah, I agree. It's a well-known fact that those who scoff the loudest need it most.
So I thought it over, and I decided I'd kill two birds with one stone. Now, that's interesting. Wonder what I have against birds.
I thought it was just a saying.
Nothing is just a saying, Katie. I think I'll make a note of that for my next session with the doctor. Death wish for birds. Anyway, I wanted to see you before the wedding, and my analyst is in Washington for a convention,
You see him even during a convention?
Oh, no. I mean, unless there's an emergency. It gives me a great feeling of security to know we're both in the same city.
Why did you start this?
Why don't you open your wedding present? It may help answer your question.
I'm not sure Katie has time to open a present.
Thank you. I do have time for important things.
Well, wait till you see what it is.
May I have a look? What is it?
A portrait of me.
You?
Before analysis. A 20th century man completely fragmented.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
It's only been 3 weeks. But I've gained amazing insight. My whole subconscious has suddenly been liberated. I'm free as a bird. Bird? Birds again. Birds are very symbolic. I think they represent ultimate emancipation.
What do you suppose people represent to birds?
Glenn, I don't think they know we're here. Katie, do you love it?
Oh, yeah, it's a very thoughtful gift.
I wanted you to remember me as I was when we first met.
Well, I already see an improvement.
Still, the old Tony did have a certain charm.
I hope he hasn't lost it.
Father.
Slowly. Oh, how are you?
Just marvelous. And you have never looked more beautiful.
Now I know you haven't lost your job. Oh, and that is you. I'd have known you anywhere.
Mother, were you on analysis?
No, not an analysis. In the hallway. I couldn't help it over here. Well, I have to go to work.
Oh, are you freelancing these days?
No, Katie's making a very hard job out of getting married.
I'm glad you appreciate the effort. You'll excuse me?
I wouldn't worry about it. According to informed psychology, the premarital period is just loaded with stress and strain.
So I've noticed.
We'll live through it.
Mere existence isn't the answer, Glenn. Why not get help?
I'm afraid that's not for me.
Afraid? You said it. Resistance, Glenn. How we all struggle against getting well.
I think I'll struggle against it a little longer.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, hello, Tony.
More wedding preparations?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
That's what I thought.
What do you mean?
Well, let me put it this way. And I'm only saying this because I'm very fond of both of you. Has anyone been paying any attention to Glenn lately?
Of course they have.
We must recognize that a deep-seated subconscious resentment can be generated, which could continue throughout an entire married life.
Oh, I'm sure it's not as serious as all that. But Glenn has been somewhat ignored.
Well, since he won't go into therapy, has anyone organized a stag party for him?
Not that I know of. Oh, he did mention once he thought they were silly and juvenile.
Classic example, isn't it?
Of what?
The defense mechanism. No one has offered to do the one thing that can be done just for the groom, a stag party. So, hurt, wounded, cut to the quick, he says he doesn't want one.
What can we do to help?
Well, now that we've isolated the surface manifestations, we can treat the neurosis. I will give Glenn a stag party.
You will?
But I'll need your help.
I'll do anything at all. I think a stag party is a very good idea.
A stag party to end all stag parties. You'll come out of this a new man. Aggressions removed, ego restored. A night of glorious therapy. Hi.
Hello. Coffee?
Sounds like fun.
Fighting me.
Try not to. Well, now, how are you?
Just fine.
Good.
You?
Oh, okay, I guess.
Good. Have you seen Tony?
Yes, oh, he went to bed.
Oh, did he say anything?
He said good night.
That's all?
Oh, some nonsense about a big stag party.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Nice. Who needs it? It's nonsense.
Oh, it's not nonsense. It would be good for you.
Did you put Tony up to this?
How can you say that?
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? To show me a good time so that you won't have such a guilty conscience?
Glenn, if you think I'm going to beg you to go to a party that someone is giving in your honor...
All right, fine. Let's just forget the whole thing.
All right, let's forget it.
Now, if you feel that strongly about it...
Please don't do me any favors.
I'm hardly doing you any favors.
I've noticed.
Look, if it would make you feel better, let Tony give me the party.
Oh, I'm very relieved. Thank you.
Oh.
I just want you to know I appreciate the great sacrifice that you're making.
Forget it.
Don't worry, I will.